Hi, everybody. Really, really lovely to join you again. I wish I was seeing you in person, but we're another week closer to that happening again. I just wanted to share with you some reflections and some thoughts that I've been having recently about what's been going on and the situation that we've found ourselves in. It's really surreal, and I've said this a number of times that everything's normal, but it's not. In some ways, life is just continuing on as it ever did, and in other ways it's completely stopped still. And I'm learning to see the positive side of things a lot more now. When this first all kicked off and everything all, well, with the way everything was, one of the things that really upset me, actually devastated me, was the fact that Phoebe could no longer go to school, and she'd really been enjoying school. And I was so proud of her and so excited about what she'd been doing. And then to suddenly have that taken away from her, I was really upset for her, that she was missing out on her schooling, that she was missing out on seeing her friends. And I found that really hard at the beginning. I've since learned to embrace the everyday nature of that now, to make her being at home part of the everyday, to do activities and to do learning with her, but also just to be there for her and just make the most of this time that we have together with her being at home every day. The other thing that's really helped me focus on the everyday and the normality has been the signs of spring, and the fact that nature has just carried on. No matter what has been going on in the world at the moment, nature has been carrying on, to some extent better than it ever has been before, because of all the human activity that has decreased and allowed it to flourish a little bit more. But spring is one of my favourite seasons. I spend the winter longing for the warmth of spring. I spend the winter looking for the signs of spring, for buds coming, for flowers coming. And I have felt that spring has burst forth for me more than ever before this year. Seeing the leaves growing on the trees, hearing the birds singing, the warmer days, the lighter evenings, has just taken on a really new special meaning to me. And it's just been wonderfully reassuring to see God's creation carrying on as normal, no matter what is going on in the world. The world keeps ticking on. And I think Easter's a really, really good example of this as well. The fact that the Easter story remains unchanged by lockdown or social distancing. It's timeless. The story of hope in dark times, the story of life, the story of eternal life and salvation, that remains completely unchanged. That is still there. And I think it's a wonderful message to us right now, where we may be uncertain about the future. We may still be struggling to focus on the positives and focus on the everyday. But we've got this story of Easter, the story of eternal life, to cling on to and to reassure us of God's timeless presence and God's timeless power as well. He had the power to raise Jesus from the dead. He has the power to get us through this as well. And I just wanted to encourage you with that, really. Those have been my thoughts recently, and hopefully they can encourage you as well. And I just really want to pray that you have a blessed Easter, that the message of hope and of life in Jesus really comes through to you this Easter. And I can't wait to see you all again soon.